How might I serve our mission? Leandra. She desires to be Mother of the Void, but you have the power to undo her born-in-blood litter. Though they be baptized in blood, you can cleanse the Starstones still, and use them to thwart their grim queen. Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I... The Son of Frost, how mighty he was, a giant that lived for war. He and the aspect of fire, what enemies they used to be. But you sealed their allegiance and their friendship so that together, you could overcome. Overcome the dark that was spreading.
May the goddess guide you through the forest and keep you safe.
Look there! A portal.
Should we find out where it leads to?
Sigurd's beard! What a find! Ah, a peaceful wood. The caterwauling of cultists was making me ill.
Lakula seems fairly infested with Immaculates. I wouldn't count on a long respite. I've spotted something interesting.
So, we meet again. I was hoping we might have the pleasure. Didn't I already tell you? I like to keep things in check. Make sure everything's in its place. A more interesting question is what you are doing here, my strange friend. Did you find what you were seeking since last we met?
The mysterious stranger seems to smile. Or is it a grimace? You can't quite tell. He gazes at you without blinking for several long moments.
Okay.
I can only hope this might be a magpie's nest.
I'm as pink and pretty as can be, and you're some filthy nobody.
Have you been to the Cave of Portals? I heard it's haunted by an undead ewe, but that's only talk amongst us whitetails.
In here without the proper magic. Then things really get moving. Or should I say, stomping. Me about all these teleporters. My friend's the one with all the details, but good luck finding her.
Lucky find!
I may be a pig, but you could stand to lose a few yourself.
Don't look at me like that. It's not as though I'm enjoying this.
Defiler of lands, destroyer of cities and dreams.
What is it? I don't...
What's the point of trying if you might just end up on some barren, stinky winter coat? It happened to Hank and it could happen to you too.
What was that strange glowing stone that robed fellow took to yonder temple? Everyone seemed quite enthralled with it, but it didn't look like any salt lick I've ever seen.
Trespasser, the hallowed village of Sacred Stone is hardly open to lost ones of every make and kind. What proof have you of your devotion to the conduit, to the goddess, to the... Present your immaculate amulet if you are friend to our cause. Welcome, compatriot, fellow, friend. Enjoy your stay at the most enlightened village in all of Rivellon.
And here, young initiates, witness an overgrowth of Ribellonus anticoagula. Its leaves can be crushed into a beautifully helpful blood-thinning agent that can halve the number of minutes it takes to drain a heifer.
What have you got stashed in here, Mrs. Cottontail?
waypoint shrines in our procedures, this immaculate village has increased its production of bloodstone more than 5-fold. Remember, time is of the absolute essence, for the goddess hour is nigh. Must believe in her wisdom. We must trust that she does not name lost ones arbitrarily. No. We must remember that the lost one's energy is not its own, but belongs to the more enlightened beings around. Welcome, curious soul. Please, remain among we followers of the Immaculate Way and learn the teachings of the goddess. Where once you were lost, now we are disciples of the goddess and soldiers of the greater good. We seek to raise ourselves from among the lost, to become enlightened by the teachings of the goddess as delivered to us through our holy conduit. We live in harmony with the Tenebrium, at one with its curses and its blessings. The enlightened may be permitted to draw the energy, the lifeblood from these lesser souls, an honor for the lost one. The link between we mortals and the almighty goddess. It was she who showed us how to transform Starstone, that seemingly vapid gem, into precious, life-giving bloodstone. It was she who showed us how to use the blood of the sacrificed to create healing magic. She dwells in the Tenebrium mines now, along with those deemed enlightened enough to defend the goddess upon her return to Rivellon. Yes, bringer of rot, the goddess's bane. Miners in Silverglen uncovered this strange mineral only recently. It was this discovery that brought the conduit from on high to us souls willing to receive her. Most feared illness, but most blessed gift. The conduit came to those miners afflicted with the terrible disease and offered them salvation, showed them that by sacrificing the lost among them in the name of the greater good, they could cure even the most hopeless case of rot. Our most precious relic. We obtain holy bloodstone by first securing a shard of starstone. The sacrifice of a lost one over this simple gem transforms it into a jewel capable of miraculously healing one laid low by sickness or injury. Before the conduit came, starstone was little more than a pretty gemstone used for pure adornment. Fools were we not to realize that the stone came from the goddess herself. Fools were we to adorn our statues, our swords, our jewelry with a material capable of becoming bloodstone. Jeffrey, pay attention. Or have you already forgotten what happens to souls who neglect the goddess's way?
No, sir. Sorry, sir. It won't happen again. Please, sir.
I suspected as much. Let us continue then. And if any of the rest of you feel like slacking, I invite you to cast your eyes upon the carpet stain that was once your classmate.
to wager, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would get a few blows in, but I think the shambling oak could shake 'em off soon enough.
A few blows? They get those scrappy fists a-blazing and take it down in a matter of minutes. Oaks are strong, but they're slow as, well, as oaks.
Oh, what do I care about such nonsense anyway? I never saw an imp fight so much as Cole. They're Rivellon's most yellow-bellied chickens.
Reminds me of a song I know. The imps are out a-running, the moon is full and bright. There's squeals and wails and tremors on music in the night.
Hey, I know that. Crystal snows can twinkle, blizzards shake and turn. So long as imps flee from me, my heart will blaze and burn.
Well, colour me a simpleton. Your singing voice is as sweet as honey wine.
Maybe the lock can be Jimmy.
You think so? My mom always said the same. She's got a mighty fine ear on her.
Let's hear another. What'd you say?
Moneybags, ready to empty those pockets.
Imbecile! Was your father a drunken hog? That's no way to greet a customer!
Sorry, boss. Sorry. Won't happen again. Hello? Valiant hero? Greetings! Feel free to browse our wares. Highest quality equipment at the lowest prices, you know. That's right. How do you think I'm doing? I'm starting to get the hang of the operation, but my master's a tough bloke to please. Yes, but not nearly so irritable as some of my kinfolk. I've embraced the goddess, and along with her, proper civilization. And here I thought you were one of us. Well, stick around long enough and we'll be put to good use, that's for certain. This here's an immaculate village, see? Sacred Stone by name. A place where every devotee of the goddess, orc, goblin and man alike can seek enlightenment and honor immaculate practices away from prying eyes. Plenty! Tenebrium is one of the goddess's many gifts to her children. My master's teaching me how to craft the stuff into the most powerful weapons yet known in Rivellon. You small, squishy human types gotta be extra careful, though. The goddess gift comes with a bit of a special kick for your kind. Not the easiest audience, that's for sure. But when it comes to handling the goddess's gift, one's gotta have the highest standards. After all, he's only hit me 3 or 4 times. I think he likes me.
Talk to me apprentice if you wish to browse the wares. That nincompoop needs the practice. Do you hear that, you boo? You need the practice!
Greetings! Feel free to browse our wares. Highest quality equipment at the lowest prices, you know.
Hearing him, killing him, sticking him, bleeding him, smashing him, bashing him, chopping him, popping him, dropping him. Hey, old friend! Hi behind, of course! Don't know how you managed to avoid conscription. Most every Thaddeus, Rich, Gwen I know is there still. Allergic to the cold, are ya? Ho ho! That's a question for a more learned mind than mine. It ain't on any map you'll find. And the road there, well, there ain't any road. A little of this, a little of that, a few dead imps, a royal prisoner or four, not to mention the conduit herself presiding from on high. The frost may have taken my pinky toe, but I'd cut the other off myself if I get to relive it all.
Lost him to smithereens.
Painted a rosy enough picture for you, have I? Dying to pull up your ski socks and dive right in? Well, I can tell you this much. Our regiment got through by way of the White Witch's own cabin, if you can believe that. The rift runner ought to be there still, and a rift's the only way in. But if you had to wager, what would it be?
You know what they say. I watched Attenborough.
This place is infernal. You've got to help me.
That maniac is out.
A few blows, they get those scrappy fists ablazing, and take it down in a matter of minutes.
Who was that? She killed that man without so much as blinking.
And she'd probably do worse to us if we crossed her.
I just know my souls would burn through the competition.
Whoa there, Hartfoot. You're not planning on barging into Lady Attenborough's workshop, are you? She's a woman of inscrutable standards, and hardly a wisp of patience. Well, isn't it obvious? An eternal and steadfast glacier like myself is the ultimate in protection. Lady Attenborough summoned me, and Coalface over there, to serve as her own personal bodyguards, though she don't seem to have much of a problem defending herself, do she? Strong as an ox, nutty as a squirrel, and holds this whole village in her right hand to boot. We've been hired to fight for her, and fight we will. But standing guard outside these doors is like having a front row seat to watch the goings-on of a loony bin after dark.
Well, you know what they say. I watched Attenborough never...
The conduit, capital C. I think Attenborough once blew the head off a visitor who dared to say that word without her express permission. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came upon a cult as intent on sacrificing elementals as this lot is on humans, I wouldn't be poking my nose into the head honcho's workshop. Your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for certain. Without special training techniques, humans will drop dead shortly after touching the stuff. Attenborough said there's a bloke in Silverglen. Brandon, was he called? Anyhow, I guess he's training folks to handle the stuff without getting sick. She calls it an abomination of the goddess's bane. Knowing her, she'll have that Brandon's head on a pike for messing with her precious, poisonous rocks.
Murderous rampage.
A few blows.
We should get another apprentice so we could watch her blast him to smithereens.
Ah, those little curiosities Lady Attenborough's always jonesing after. The Immaculates around here are an interesting bunch. They let blood over those gems to turn them into bloodstone. Some sort of powerful relic of magic. We elementals don't judge much one way or another. Bloodstone, starstone, redstone, bluestone. They haven't an effect on us in any case. Take care now, and don't go pestering Lady Attenborough, eh? stir the badger's den, you'll turn the whole town against you while you're at it.
Where are the volcanoes? Careful now, squishy. I doubt Lady Attenborough's in any... Oh, come on. Take a single look at this molten fearmaker. Though I'm not sure she needs much more than her own two hands to take down anyone who so much as sneezes in her presence. That burn mark that used to be her apprentice must be the third in as many weeks. If she isn't the most powerful geomancer in your realm, I'll eat a water nymph's shoe. Attenborough wrenched that tenebrium she's got from the mountain with a flick of her wrist, and she seems totally immune to that disease, that rot that seems to lay your kind so low. The conduit, capital C. Well, I'll tell you this much. If I came up, your kind certainly don't take to it, that's for... Atten, knowing her, I hope you're not getting any ideas.
It never goes on a murderous rampage.
Halt! Before you'll be permitted into my workshop, you'll have to prove yourself more capable than that corpse I once called my apprentice. Tell me, if you too destroyed one of my precious stones, what could you possibly say to save your life? To remember your place. The idiot apprentice I just sent back to his maker utterly forgot his. Enter then, if you will.
Unless you fancy getting vaporized, I suggest you find someone else to bother.
Easy. If I'm caught away from my work, Lady Atten...
Make it quick now. Just because I am gracious enough to tolerate your presence here doesn't mean you're entitled to my time. Ha! What a question! I'm the custodian of Sacred Stone, its chief executive, and its link to the conduit herself.
What are you waiting for? Shoot out her eyes before she does away with us, too.
But if you had...
Make it quick now.
Do I look like to you a woman interested in haggling over pennies?
Well, I've 1,000 matters more pressing to attend to than providing you with equipment. But the great and generous Attenborough might be gracious enough to offer you a moment or two.
Jared is here somewhere, Source Hunter. Hidden in this blood village of hers.
Well, what you waiting for? Shoot at her
Make it
eyes.
quick now. Just because I am gracious enough to... The goddess is chosen. Those worthy of the purifying blood. I certainly hope you've made it through her trials with our most useful abbot, Loic. It's not too late for you to join the goddess's fold, you know. It was she who saved the first miners from the rot. She who demonstrated that blood stone, fueled by the sacrifice of a lost one, could cure any ailment. She, the original Immaculate, and our conduit to the goddess, has spread the good news all around the realm. In her wake, humans, orcs, and goblins alike stand united by the Immaculate Way. A volatile material, yes. We humans are especially vulnerable to the sickness it contains. Rot, the goddess bane itself. But though this holy substance make us ill, we need look no further than Bloodstone, the goddess's boon for salvation. That fool couldn't be trusted with a rubber ball, much less a relic as precious as Bloodstone. He proved himself unworthy, a lost one, through and through. In a word, expendable. Yes, I think I've spent rather enough time explaining the
I'm just making a bit of pleasant conversation.
Well. Yes, my brother's a guard at King Perez's palace.
Yes. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad in Heimheim.
Any plans for after this gig is over?
I've always wanted to start my own business, actually.
Is that right? What sort of business?
Artisanal hand soaps. You haven't lived until you've tried my windswept eyes.
Don't you find it interminably dull around here?
Could be worse. My brother's a guard at King Perez's palace.
blazing
Not in mine.
and take it down in a
Heard
matter of
there's a
minutes.
talking wishing well.
Oaks are strong, but they're slow as Oh, what do I care about such nonsense anyway? I never saw them fight so much
You
as
ever
cold.
made it down to sight?
They're Rivalon's most
Not
yellow-bellied
in mine.
chickens.
Heard there's a talking wishing well.
The imps are out running. The moon is full and bright. There's music in the night. Hey, I know that.
Actually.
Crystal snows can twinkle.
right?
Blizzards
What
shake
sort
and
of
turn.
business?
But so long as it's
Artisanal
free
hand
from me,
soaps.
my heart
You
will
haven't
blaze
lived until you
and
tried
burn. You think so? My mom always said.
Artisanal hands. Say,
No, sir. Sorry, sir. It won't happen again. Please, sir.
I suspected as much. My, can it be? Belle, daughter, can it be you? Well, who else? My dear girl, look at you. You survived.
Jared! I knew I would find you here. There was no prison in all the realm I would not enter to find you. Come, we must go quickly. The situation in Home Forest is dire, Jared, and these Immaculates are nothing like those in the stories. They are wicked. We must leave before they find us here.
Oh, Bear Daughter, I should have. Well, you see, I can't just run off. I'm home, and I've work to do here. Hello to you, too. I almost hadn't noticed you there. And who is this, Bear Daughter? A friend of yours?
The Source Hunter has helped me come far, Jarrett. I have seen so many things. But there is time enough to discuss all once we return home. We must go, Jarrett, before the followers of Attenborough find us.
As I said, Bear Daughter, I am not leaving. Home Forest is gone. You know that, don't you? By now, rot will have infected every living thing within 5 miles of the cabin. It's a wonder you yourself didn't succumb. You needn't entertain these foolish thoughts of returning there, least of all with me. I am among my kind now, the Immaculates. What exactly did you think I was studying all these years, girl? More stories to read to my illiterate servant by night? Well, to be fair, it was hardly intentional. I was experimenting with Tenebrium, trying to distill its powers into a potion when I produced an aerosol that spread like an infection. I myself had already taken the proper prophylactic measures, but it's no surprise that the creatures of the forest weren't so lucky. And you, dear Bear Daughter, how curious that you were unaffected. Yes, curious indeed. I've never heard of a natural immunity to rot. What a useful quality.
Jarrett, no. No. I don't understand. That cannot be. Jarrett, please tell me this is not true. We are a pair. We found each other. All that is human in me has come from you.
Dear girl, these Source Hunters understand little of what they speak. The Immaculate Way is complex as life itself. Some must suffer so that others may live. So that the best may live. But you grew to serve me well, and in turn I furthered the Immaculate cause in both our names. I could not have done it without you, Bear Daughter. You were essential. And now it can be as it was before. Together, Bear Daughter, together again, we will serve the cause of the goddess and her righteous plans. You in service to me, and I in service of the One Way. As before. Don't you remember how happy we were?
Jarrett has been more than a mentor to me, Source Hunter. He has shown me the poetry of life itself. Yes, I have served him, and in return he has served me the names of the colors and the creatures I call my family. Without him I would have no past. I would have no name. And you, Source Hunters, you yourselves have shown me time and time again the virtue of obedience. You have laid before me a world more wild than Home Forest. A world more dangerous and fearsome than any my imagination could have dreamt.
That's right, dear girl. But you've returned to me. Me who has always protected you. Me who has sought to right this wicked world through the goddess way. Don't you see?
Jarrett is right, my friends. Everything he has told me has come true. Perhaps you don't understand his methods, but I am certain he only acts for the greater good.
Yes, my child. Your friends are enemies to the goddess way. They'd stamp out her great plans with an iron fist and a bloody sword. They have delivered you to me, and now their purpose is served.
Yes, Jarrett. Sorry, my friends. Perhaps we will find...
Not so fast.
Harbleton.
A blizzard of blows!
Into the fray once more.
Source Hunter. Shall I start shredding from the top or the bottom?
On the men! Healer!
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
Oh, I don't know. I suppose 12 imps would get a few blows in, but I think the shambling oak could shake 'em off soon enough.